My solution to entitled women is to just give them no attention. There are so many entitled and delusional women out there today. So many 2s, 3s, and 4s who actually think they are 9s or 10s. While it's true that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, there is the concept that certain men and women are good-looking in the eyes of most people. But when a woman who is maybe a 3 or 4 acts like she's got the goods pretending to be a 9, you know there is an issue of being delusional and entitled. Women want equality but can't stand it when the truth hits their faces like it hits ours. Divorce is the leading cause of bankruptcy. If it involves a small business and the business founder can't afford to buy out the spouse becomes a joint partner in the company. Their lack of experience making business decisions has put companies under, with all the employees losing their means of support as well. If a woman marries rich, she gains the right to live in his lifestyle, and he loses that right. There is no financial risk greater than marriage. Men are becoming risk-averse when it comes to their quality of life. Marriage is temporary and divorce is for life. If a woman keeps begging a man for a commitment and wants to move in together too quickly, that is a red flag, especially without relationship skills. Also, the majority of women cannot handle rejection because it will bruise their egos for a long time. And the game has reversed, ladies, so you will all have to pursue us men now and prove yourselves to us, especially decent men, that you're valuable. Unfortunately, most decent men nowadays don't want to be friends, speak, interact, or socialize with women in general. However, all women are not affected by this, and the vast majority of women can barely get resources from us men because they are now struggling financially and possibly destitution for a long period of time. Also, women cannot function or survive without a man because they need attention and validation from men on a daily basis. And that is not happening, for they can't reject guys and use them for free drinks, food, pay their bills, and rent, especially for fun these days. Heads up, fellas, be very careful about what type of women you want to date, friends, have relationships, and socialize with in public, because most people judge couples and your female friends in reality. Certain people have a good judge of character, such as image, and that usually doesn't lie in eyes as well. Also, most men don't ever forget the harsh rejection and verbal racism rejection from women. The point to make here is women expect a man to provide while the man is building his wealth. During this time, she is being provided with all the necessities plus all the extras. Then, when the divorce happens, she gets half. How does this make sense unless she is also working and putting money toward your goals? I've said this before so many times. Guys have to wake up and start protecting themselves. Don't sign a woman's name to anything. If you get her a car, put it in your name only. No joint account, don't share PINs or passwords, don't give them a credit card. Keep an eye out for them opening a credit card in your name. Security cameras, tiny hidden cameras to cover everything except the bathroom, even your own room. Before marriage, prenups have a contract that says if she leaves you for anything less than abuse, she gets nothing. Film her signing so she can't say she was under duress or being forced, drugged, or whatever else she may come up with. Protect yourself. Women are the ones leaving. It's easier for them to start over and find a house to stay in. Protect themselves and what is yours. Men are growing weary of modern women. They may be so unreasonable with men, yet men only expect simple qualities like support, loyalty, and understanding. However, the majority of women today are unable to even do that. A woman is just not good enough if all she offers you is intimacy and talent in bed. We are constantly being encouraged to think about this by the media and other contemporary notions. Observe the adverts and billboards in your neighborhood. There are lots of semi-naked women, which causes both men to view women as treasures and women to objectify themselves. Not only do large corporations exploit women's beauty to advertise their goods, but every day, girls also subscribe to feminist ideologies and publish provocative images on dating apps in an effort to be accepted. They do, however, also lament that men, particularly the desperate ones, objectify them. She is a 304 if she behaves like one by walking, talking, and acting in that manner. Men are sick of the way the modern dating scene treats them as throwaway objects. Women are over-influenced by popular culture. As much as women want their ideal man to have a certain personality, it is simply the result of social conditioning from Disney and Hollywood films. It's all about material stuff, consumerism, and materialistic notions that revolve all around us. Instead of a man who manages his finances well, Chad and Tyrone are more exciting for the average woman. Most likely, your current vehicle serves your needs well, negating the need for a second one. You'd rather invest in something else or save the money you'd be using for the car payments. Men are quite straightforward, however. Women often become weary of their purchases quickly and crave new things. Do not forget that women make up the majority of consumers in the economy. So it makes sense that they always have enormous bags with them when they visit a mall. Of course, if the guy falters at any moment, the girl has the right to consider other options. I'm not denying that. Women's selfishness encourages MGTOW. Long ago, the majority of people accepted the notion that women are naturally valuable, and males are forced by nature to establish their own value. Men who go their own way accept the unfairness of life, unlike contemporary women who seek out the best men without contributing anything of value to the relationship. The majority of men put a lot of effort into developing themselves and adding value, and you know what? When they go home from work after a long day at work and are in a relationship, they don't consider mistreating their partners. Men who are committed to a partnership strive to support their families and do not mistreat women or young people. Some women continue to ask where the good men are despite all the evidence urging males to avoid the dating scene. The good men are not in outer space or on a barren island. You were unaware of them, even though they were and are in front of you. I firmly believe that women should learn how to appreciate being alone rather than hopping from man to man and feeling frustrated that they can't find a partner, just as many men are learning to do. This is why MGTOW is so powerful. A good dose of isolation and reflection would be beneficial. Instead of focusing on themselves to improve what they have to offer, they would rather fantasize about the qualities they want in a partner. Men are realizing they didn't need to put women on pedestals. It's not enough to just work out and put on more makeup, particularly if they do it after running into the wall. Women only need to keep their beauty at the age of 18, whilst guys are literally nobodies. Men are beginning to realize the truth and are no longer ready to treat women like idols. Women shouldn't be exalted since they're just like everyone else, and they also make mistakes just like everyone else. For example, believing that giving a guy pleasure in bed is sufficient to keep them around. As a result, when Chad arrives, she tries to confine him in the hopes that he will become the man she has always desired. Chad, on the other hand, gets what he wants, including some quick action and increasing her body count. Chad does not seek commitment, as some of the nice guys she met in her 20s did. The nice guys don't want to come in and clean up the mess now that she's been run through by multiple men. It doesn't matter how she moves on top of a guy. What matters is her emotional baggage. It's not a man's responsibility to be a lifelong therapist for women who made bad decisions all their life. Don't let these women of today ruin your emotional stability. Nothing is more priceless than that. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.